The most fearful times in my entire life was when I was diagnosed with EMS. And for me, it was a fear of not knowing what would happen to life as I knew it. Would people look at me and say, she's walking funny, or, you know, she sounds funny, or she can't do things quite right. I was so worried that they would no longer see who is inside of me, that my physical stature was what was important. It was something I needed to grieve. And when you're diagnosed with any kind of illness, or you get bad news, you've got to grieve it. It's part of the healing process. And I grieved for a year that my physical life was soon to be over. And that's why I accelerated climbing. The mountain climbing was my way to say to myself, you didn't get me yet. I am still here, I'm still strong, and I'm still in charge of my life. Through mountain climbing, I felt like I took back my strength, and I was able to let go of some of those fears. And when I would do the climbs, it was like me telling myself, see, you've still got that strength inside, and your physical life isn't over yet. And so I began climbing easier mountains to begin with. Progressively, they got harder and harder. I climbed Denali, which was very hard and stressful, especially for a woman, because you're carrying 60 pounds of weight in a backpack, as well as dragging another 60 pounds on a sled. So that was a real stepping stone for me getting over the fear of failure. And then when I got to Everest finally, I had to get over a lot of fear of just the surrounding and the element of a mountain that it's pretty deadly. There are some areas with lots of crevasse places that you had to cross. Sometimes 2, 3, 4 ladders latched together with rope that we would have to walk over. Now you get to the edge of that ladder and you look down a crevasse that you don't see the bottom of. There's an element of fear there. There's a big element of fear. And I had to tell myself that you can't let the fear in. Sometimes you just have to say, I'm going to be stronger than this. I'm going to be braver. And before I left for the climb, I knew that this was scary for me. And I had someone coach me with a relaxation technique, and she said, when you get to a thing that scares you, or you get to a ladder crossing, spell out those words that empower you. So when I would get to a ladder, a long ladder across a crevasse that I couldn't see the bottom of, I started spelling things like leap of faith, because this whole journey in my life has been a leap of faith. So I would step L, E, A, P, look down a little bit, O, F, look down, you know, and keep going, F, A, I, T, H, get to the other side and think, I did it, I did it. And I think in our lives, when we take back a little of the power that we give away so easily by letting fear get in the way, it's an amazing feeling of accomplishment. Just break it down into the elements that you already have confidence in, and don't let fear turn you away. Believe in yourself and get over that fear and say, what can I do?